music there you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Autumn frost, a Monday morning, coffee calling, a couple pray, and in their small one-room apartment are boxes to take them away. When first they wed, they bought their bedding and started filling their humble home, and married life would treat them kindly till renting would teach them to roam. Both caught in a dream of bigger still. Both caught in a dream of more. Both caught in a dream of soon we will. Young love is an open door. Winter chill, a Wednesday morning, a child is waking on Christmas Day. He wants a bike, he gets a backpack, they wish they could give him his way. They thought a house would make them happy, and that a baby would make them one. But soon the bills would have them owing, it's all they could do not to run. Both caught in a dream of bigger still. Both caught in a dream of more. Both caught in a dream of soon we will. Dreams thou on a distant shore. But heaven is waiting there, waiting for all to see, waiting for them, for you and me, for you and me. Spring at last, a Friday morning, the family gathers for portrait day. The kids are grown, their parents glowing, the trouble has drifted away. And if they wed and buy their bedding, and dream of castles and kids and more, America will be the setting where heavenly dreams can endure.
All right. The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, and our guest today, I think, is Christopher Welch and friends.
You are correct, sir. It's great
Welcome
to
the
see
show,
you.
Christopher. Why don't you introduce your friends?
To my right is Dan Thompson.
Hey, Dan.
Dan is a songwriter as well, an accomplished pianist and an arranger. He co-writes some of the songs that we work on, and you'll hear some of those tonight. And we also, today, time zone, this is Leanne Weiss.
Nice to meet you.
Leanne Weiss is a songwriter as well, and she's a singer, and she's very accomplished in her own right. She's performed the Star Spangled Banner in many places, the Rock
Yes.
included, in addition to her own music at other venues. So I'm lucky to work with her.
Cool. That was a beautiful song, and I must say your harmonies are fabulous.
I'm so glad you like it. That makes us feel great because a lot of music that we hear when performed acoustically that really touches us is music with harmonies, because that blend it enriches the song.
What would you like to do for us next?
Well, we've got a ballad that Leanne Weiss is very capable at singing. It's entitled At Home in Your Arms.
Thank you. Picture perfect when you're lying in bed with me. Picture covers with a coffee, a cup of tea. Dawn comes on, love comes easily. Feeling special in your eyes when you smile at me. Feeling certain in my heart that we're meant to be. Holding close, life is heavenly. When would love come my way? Once I wondered, and then you christened my day. I'm a child born again, and I'm here in a place where I'm safe and it's true, where it's heaven with you. At home in your arms, I feel loved, I feel right. At home in your arms, in the dark or the light. Can you imagine a place better made for good night? When I'm at home in your arms, I can wait in the warmth of your sight. Driving homeward after working again, I'm late. Flying homeward after work, and we'll have to wait. Work must be, nothing hesitates. All the driving and the flying with more to be. Such a price it seems, but seeing my destiny, I can hold out just for you holding me. When would love come my way? Once I wondered, and then you christened my day. I'm a child born again, and I'm here in a place where I'm safe and it's true, where it's heaven with you. At home in your arms, I feel loved, I feel right. At home in your arms, in the dark or the light. Can you imagine a place better made for good night? When I'm at home in your arms, I can wait in the warmth of your sight. When would love come my way? Once I wondered, and then you christened my day. I'm a child born again, and I'm here in a place where I'm safe and it's true, where it's heaven with you. At home in your arms, I feel loved, I feel right. At home in your arms, in the dark or the light. Can you imagine a place better made for good night? When I'm at home in your arms, I can wake in the warmth of your sight.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
That was great.
Thank you very much. It's a beautiful song that Christopher wrote.
Yeah, the first one we did, Americana, was one that Dan and I co-wrote, and then At Home in Your Arms is one that I wrote solely, but Dan arranged, and to hear it in Leanne's throat is fantastic for me, because my version doesn't even come close.
Would you care to share how you first got bitten by the songwriting bug?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I always loved great songwriting. I've loved music ever since high school. It's sort of a religion, I think, for a lot of people when they're in high school. They listen to groups that are all about romantic love. Then they get crushed and they need real religion. No, but it's great because then after hearing all of these songs, I was subtly being programmed to write, hopefully, really good lyrics. So I listened to Cole Porter, and I listened to Harry Chapin, And I listened to people who I thought had just great lyrical ease, and they were essentially poetic, a lot of the things they wrote. And so someone said, after I played a Beatles song, why don't you write your own stuff? And I did. It was awful, and it got better the more I kept writing. And that's what got us to perform at places like the State Fair and brought us to your doorstep.
Great. What's next?
Next, we have a rocker, Moonlit Night of Our Love. A break from all the aggravation, a link, two hearts across the nation. From Saturday, that's my vacation. The sun, she's nice but in isolation. Let's go down, we'll hit the beach and all. Then come the night, we'll build a fire real tall. Now, come on. Well, the cars come out and drive together. They cruise, come lose those shiny weather. It's hard to beat anticipation in want of just one destination. See the sand along the road, it screams. Water's close, we'll soon live all our dreams. Now, come on! Satisfying, we're showing, we're knowing love. We're laughing, we're singing, we're almost everything. We're spending our time on love. Now, come on! Let me hold you tonight into the moonlit night of our love. Oh, come on, baby, let me hold you tonight into the moonlit night of our love. Now, come on! Baby, let me hold you tonight to the moonlit night of our love. Oh, come on! Baby, let me hold you tonight to the moonlit night of our love. We're living, we're driving, all night satisfying. We're showing, we're knowing love. We're laughing, we're singing, we're almost everything. We're spending our time on love.
All right.
Loving it.
Moving right along.
This is great.
That chugs along real good.
It's fun. Yeah, we did this at the fair, and we also perform with a 6-piece band, and it just gets crazy. And it's funny, you know, with a simple pop song, if the hook is good or the chorus is good, you can just keep hearing it forever. So hopefully people are dancing by the time you get to the end. So.
You have had some interesting conversations with well-known artists and songwriters.
I've been fortunate. I had the good fortune to meet Bucky Pizzarelli, who encouraged me to play the ukulele. He said it's the best place to start. And I went from the ukulele to the classical guitar, and when I was thoroughly perplexed by the classical guitar, I booted it and moved on to acoustic and realized, well, this is good. I don't really need to know too many fingerings. So I did that. Other people that I met, though, that have been really helpful along the way, I had the good fortune to meet Barry Mann. Barry Mann wrote You've Lost That Love and Feelin', which was, I think it's one of the best.
Huge hit.
Yeah, enormous. Big BMI song. And he gave me the encouragement and the insight to sing my own stuff. I mean, I want people to license my stuff and perform it like Leanne. She's a great vocal delivery system. She's better than I could do these ballads without question. Great singing. But I also loved hearing him sing his stuff, his originals, in addition to hearing like Randy Newman when he sings stuff. There's an earnestness there, and since it's the source, there's just something even more personal. So those two helped me a great deal.
Cool. What's up next?
Next, we've got a duet. It's entitled The Dreamer's Theme, Oh How I Love You, and Dan and I co-wrote it. It was our first
song?
Our first song.
We're not going to get teary here, but
I still
there it is.
remember it. Wasn't that long ago, by the way. A few years ago.
And Leanne will be singing with me for this as well, so I'm excited.
Seeing you, something spoke to me, and beside you I tried to be. I'm an unwritten symphony, please stay. From a distance I dared to find who you were, what was on your mind. I'm a dreamer still undefined, please stay.
I wanna be there even if your night is cold and low. I wanna be there even if the hurt is hard to know. I wanna be there, let me be the sun, where else to go? Oh, how I love you so.
Do you know all a friend can be? Full of passion and poetry. I'm a lover, a mystery, please stay. Do you know what a life can be? With a hope and a harmony. Be a journey, my destiny, please stay.
Oh, I wanna be there even if your night is cold and low. I wanna be there even if the hurt is hard to know. I wanna be there, let me be the sun, where else to go? Oh, how I love you so.
Should I pour out my heart? Would your eyes simply
Great. We should let folks know how they can find out more information about your recording and your upcoming events.
I'd love it. The place to go is Candlework at candleworkproductions.com. That's where they can email me. And there's also a website as well that is candleworkproductions.com. They can find out our backgrounds, in addition to hearing all the new songs that we keep coming out with, as they say with, I guess, donuts, listen to them, we'll make more.
How did you first cross paths with Dan and Leanne?
Oh, it was a dark alley. It was great. I met Dan in a choir. And I was singing, Dan was playing. Dan was thoroughly capable at what he does. And piano was an instrument that was not nearly as familiar to me as it was to him. So I got with Dan and I did he put a song, The Rich Life, you did.
Yes.
You arranged it. That was the first song ever, and we did a demo.
When I heard The Rich Life, well, I was convinced that I knew that Christopher was a great songwriter, and I wanted to work with him. So he sold me on that. That was ever since that we started. Then I wanted to write songs with him. So then we started working on "Oh How I Love You" and a bunch of other songs.
When we did that co-write together, it was great too because it unleashed like the songwriter in Dan, the composer in Dan, and he introduced me to like more than 3 chords. And it was great. It was great because he brought this lushness, this romanticism, and just this great, I mean, his palette was so broad. He had so many ideas to choose from. I loved it. So I'm not going to let him get away with just giving me a compliment. He's made me a better songwriter. So.
Great. How did you cross paths with Leanne?
Leanne was interesting. We said, Dan, it's kind of the classic, hey, we should start a band. And so we did. We got someone who was a drummer, and we got someone who was a guitarist, and we played some shows. And then Dan and I are like, some of these, I think we were thinking a female singer, this song seems right for a female, this song seems right for a female, and surgery was out of the question. So we did. We said, all right, well, let's find people. It's not easy to find a great singer. It's not. It's a lot of work, and you have to go through a bunch of MySpace pages that are disturbing. And so then I found Leanne through a producer friend of mine, Chris Badami, and he said, you got to hear her. She'd be great. And when we heard her voice and heard her doing songs, it was hard, not to give her more and more stuff. And that's really what's happened. I mean, that last note of that other song, forget it. I mean, I'd be out, gasping by the car after that. But she just holds notes, and she makes me want to write more whole notes. She really does.
Thanks.
Cool. What else would you like to do for us?
Well, we have the potential for two more. This one's a story song. It's called The Family Tree. And it's something it's a co-write with Dan and myself, and it may touch folks out there who've lost a loved one. I had just Monday to myself. I took the cards down off the shelf. My dad, he died so suddenly. I moved his tools, the cans of paint. He kept a system like a saint. And then I saw a box addressed to me. It was a box that I never could sell, packed inside it a slide carousel. And soon it hummed and it flickered for me. The history of Dad and Mom and a wedding bouquet. I clicked again and they're dancing away. He'd left the branches for me of the family tree. I took his beach chair off the wall, propped up a stand, the screen and all. The pictures played before my eyes. The birthday cakes, my grandfolks too, the Christmas plays, the snow we threw, my brother, sister, pets, the great big zoo. Was a box that I never could sell, packed inside it a slide carousel. And soon it hummed and it flickered for me. The history of Dad and Mom and a wedding bouquet. I clicked again and they're dancing away. He'd left the branches for me of the family tree. Things wouldn't always be that way, but they sure loved us every day. Like a bended bow, hearts extend somehow. So much love surrounding me. So from a box that I never could sell, that held inside it a slide carousel, it hums and flickers in me. The history of Dad and Mom and a wedding bouquet. I'd like to think that they're smiling today. I'll tend the branches to be of the family tree. This, my kids have got to see. Thank you.
Very nice. Well, we just have a few minutes left for one more song.
Let's jam.
And we should plug once again your website, Candleworks Productions.
Candleworkproductions.com. I'm grateful. And yeah, please go there and you can see all the new music we're cranking out. You'll hear more of Leanne and more of what we're doing all the time.
And there's information about your compact disc on there.
Absolutely. We're on iTunes and all that jazz. You'll find us. Google us.
It's
Look
called
out.
Affair to Remember.
Yes.
So what's this last
We
tune?
are going to do a fun Latin number that Dan and I co-wrote just recently, and we're debuting it on your show.
All
We're
right.
really excited.
A
So
world
it's gonna be good.
debut.
This is
right here
awesome.
on Horses Sing None of It.
I'm loving it. And this, yeah, this is fun. This will get you moving.
Shake and spin and sway, the world is ours today. Hey, when you bailame, dance and sing, one with everything, the joy will come your way. Just baile, spin around ole, and let your spirit soar across the floor. Yeah, spin around ole, 'cause life is lovely. Spin around ole. We've got the music and our life today. Hey, spin around ole. Come on and baile. Dance, dance. Every heart can have a chance. Dance, dance. Rhythm got you in a trance. Dance, dance. Like we're lost in a romance. Every heart should have a bailame. Shake and spin and sway. The world is ours today. Hey, when you bailame. Dance and sing. One with everything. The joy will come your way. Just baile.